Hello there, it's Kevin here from Mac Junction. On my search for some software for some screencasting, which is something relatively new I'm getting into, I've been looking around at various packages, and one of the first ones that I've actually found here is a bit of software called IshowU, quite simply. I like this one so far. As you can see by the way that everything's written across this particular demonstration, as it were, it is a demo version that I'm using, so I'm trying before I buy. So far so good. I installed it and literally within seconds I'm using it. I love things that work that quickly. Now, albeit that it's come with a certain amount of presets, I've done a little alteration here. So you can see on your left hand side with your presets, you can work off presets, but then you can modify them to fit your own needs. You can look at the quality standards. But of course this generally reflects on what type of output you're looking for. If you're looking for something which is quickly streamable, if you're considering, like I've got here, quite a slow connection, I don't think I want to have too big a chunky files because it's too much data to go through down the pipe. So I have that choice on what quality I have. I've set the audio quality relatively high because I like to think sometimes you have to consider the audio quality as well as the video quality. Very often it can enhance the visuals almost. So let's just take a little look then around the desktop. I'll just show you what this actually does. You see everything that I'm seeing within the square, and I've got a section here so I can move around the desktop. I have the option of the whole screen if I want to, but I won't get into that at the moment. I do have a tendency, if I'm not careful, to get distracted. Now, for instance, one of the things I will show you is I did actually put a previous version on, and I'm just going into find it here on the I'm running, say, Mac OS X Tiger. So if you are a Leopard user, this will look a little bit different. You're used to your nice shiny iTunes style one. And there's the application there. Now I've actually installed it for the purposes of demonstration. I need to uninstall it, so I'm going to show you a really good little way of uninstalling. Now what you can do very simply is drag and drop any of these applications into the trash and then just simply delete them. But I actually learned later on, I actually just thought, you know, that's fine, it doesn't leave any trace behind, but what it actually will do is you'll find that it will leave stray files in other places, usually library files and that type of thing. So to make sure you've got a nice clean uninstall, mind you, a lot of programs are coming with uninstallers now, there's something called App Delete. So I'll just click on that, and that will just bounce down onto the dock there like that. But you'll see here, there's the application there. I'm just going to go close on that. Still lives in the dock there. Now I can reopen that application from the dock, no problem at all. But this is something that's really good that you can do. If you just actually left click and hold and drag that onto the application, it'll force open, it'll open it. It says it can't delete it. Okay, let's see, let's try again. I'm going to try one more to see if this works. Let's go into the bin. It says it can't delete it. Okay, well that's a good start, isn't it? Now that is actually, believe it or not, the first time that that has actually happened, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. So let's just skip that one for the moment. Isn't that just typical? If I'd rehearsed that, I would have known that. But anyway, that's not a problem. So let's actually just show you how the installation works, and just really by way of really demonstrating how well this actually works and how fluid it is. You can see I'm just moving around, they're getting rather too overexcited there, sorry about that. Okay, let's push up the browser. You can see I landed on a website here, Ambrosia software, very good place for all sorts of really useful stuff. And what I'll do is I'll download this, which I found, which is called SnapzProX, and let's just install that now. Okay, just let that install down. You see I've done this a couple of times where I did rehearse, but if I'd rehearsed that other section, and I'd have been laughing really, wouldn't I? But you know, there we are. That's the moral of the tale. So I reckon it does actually come, if I remember rightly when I downloaded it, it was a little while ago and I've been up to all sorts since then. I think it did actually come with its own uninstaller. I'm actually going to run this for a moment. There you go, it does, there you go, it's right there. So well, that's all I would need to do. Well, let's do that while we're waiting. Why not? There you go, continue. uninstall. Let's uninstall everything. Okay, always be sure to. There you go. Permanently delete it, as asking me for, quite rightly to, for my password. So I'll tap that in there, and we're away. And it's gone. There you go. I shall leave it for another screencast to show you App Delete in action. It's a really good. It's free, so that helps. If it's free, it's good. Actually, that's not strictly true. It's free and it's good. Everything you get is free, as you'll know. It's necessarily that good. It's not buggy. It's never let me down. So that is, however, the first time it's ever shown me that message. So there you go. You see, you're learning all the time. I'm learning all the time. We're all learning all the time, I think. Okay. Now let's see how this is doing. You can see the progress bar coming down here quite nicely. So we've got a little bit of the way to go. Yeah. If you ever see that, it's worth keeping on your download manager. You can see your percentages coming up. It's coming down quite quickly, really. So it's not a very big file. It's 14.1 megabytes according to that. So it's telling me, okay, and it's now downloaded, so it's fine. So there we are. We'll go to the disk image file, and we'll click on that, and it's opening that up nicely. There you go. And then across it opens this little dialog box here, and let's double left click that. There's our little screen there. And we want to continue. Read before you install. Yeah, okay. Perhaps I should have done that earlier, but I didn't. But, that's just me. I'm always in a terrible hurry all the time. Software license, yeah, yada yada. And we go agree. I'll agree to anything, and go install. And continue install. And we're installed. And of course, it requires the password to install as well. That's what it's used for this, just in case anyone is using this while it's in my user account, wants to install stuff without my knowledge. Not that many people have access to this computer, or choose to anyway. So just make sure that runs through nice and gently there. There you go, look at that. What can go wrong? Nothing. Famous last words, you say. What I'm going to do here is allow a countdown, because what it does, it's very sneaky. I did this before. It's counting down. If I go continue, it starts talking me into buying it. Who knows? I could I could well end up with it. So let's just get rid of some of the superfluous things we don't need here. I'm going to minimise that for the moment. Stick that down there. Okay, let's put this on trial. Okay, so what's happened there is it's got the volume mount there and the original DMG file. You see, everything goes onto your desktop. That's probably one of the reasons actually why I take to the Mac so easily, is because I've always had a tendency to work off a desktop like that usually. So what we do now is go into Finder, and I think we all know what's going to happen here. We're going to go into Applications, and lo and behold, oops, low battery one. That's what happens if you get a Bluetooth mouse, by the way. Okay, and you put in batteries, and then leave it on all the time, because actually it's pretty good on batteries, really, considering. So there, that's the application there. So let's open it and see what goes on. And as you say, we can see the uninstaller is in there. That's probably where I saw it before. So there you go. All the gubbins with it there. Oh, yeah, I've forgotten about that. It makes these lovely sounds. You've got the SnapzProX, or SnapzProX, I should say, interface. Let's click on the screen. You can actually change. So just put that over here. You can actually change the settings here. You can see what file type. Now that's actually for straightforward screenshot, which, quite honestly, it's probably something I would generally use, because it's already built into Mac OS 10. It's something actually I might play with, actually thinking about it, because it does give you a few options. I mean, if you get a file usually and you save it, you can see all the types it saves: JPEG, GIF, BMP, TIFF, which is always useful, PDF. You can usually do something with that later on, so I should play with that probably a bit later. Okay, let's move this across here. So you can go across and you can see where you send it to. So look at the way that's already sorted out. So, and then you can look at movie as well. So that's obviously your screen size there. You can push that across like that. So lots of things going on there. Now that's just a very brief look, because you are actually seeing that as I'm seeing it. So let's just leave that for now, and I'll leave that for the next demonstration. So the next screencast that you'll be seeing will be using SnapzProX. Now that looks a little bit more sophisticated than the one I'm currently using, but we'll find out. Thank you for watching this demonstration. I hope you found it quite interesting and quite entertaining. Be sure to tune in to the next screencast. Bye bye now. Thank you for subscribing. I'll meet you next time at that place called Junction. Take care now. Bye bye.